Hey, everybody. It's the Hungry Bleak podcast with your host, Antonio Pomares. Okay, so you didn't jump in time. This isn't September. I know last week I said it was the season finale. I know. Calm down. I know. But, sometimes I'll do a bonus episode just because why not? A lot of people out there want to talk, and sometimes things don't fit into the timetable, so we have to kind of alter the flow of time. Time is fluid anyway. Actually, time is a concept. Actually, that's a way deeper conversation that we need to have. But getting ready to do the season finale, getting ready to call it quits for the summer, rest, relax. You can already see I'm glistening. It's hot. I don't like the heat. We'll talk about that later. Got hit up on Instagram. Was like, hey, so you shout out the comic. Really appreciate it. Obviously, no problem. I love doing that. Wonder if I can come on your show. I'm like, oh, I just decided to do a season finale. As I'm typing it, I say, but you know what? Let's see what's going on, what have you, because I want to make time. Got to make time. Got to find time, obviously. So, going back and forth. And now here we are doing this bonus episode, and we're going to have a lot of fun. Folks, very excited. I love talking to indie creators. That's the whole thing of this show and the point of it. So I am here to talk to. I really enjoyed this comic. I think, and at the point that I read it, it was just what I needed. A near future sci-fi, military, special ops kind of thing. I dig that type of stuff and flow. I have a very wide spectrum of comics I like. So, folks, without any further ado, this is Jack Harris.
Hey, how you doing, man?
All right, man. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great, doing great. I'm beating the heat. I've been staying inside mostly today. It rained a little bit, so I was able to beat it a little bit. But man, it's been bad out here. I can feel you on the heat thing.
I was of two minds today. I beat the heat by staying inside, but I went out to go to the movies.
Okay,
So I kind of compensated because there was a lot of AC and I was in there for almost 3 hours. So
okay.
I tried to soak up as much of it as I can, get that beverage. So I'm good. But right now, I think heat karma has come and got me because you can see as the shininess, I don't have the powder on, but the shininess is definitely catching up with me. But that's cool. So happy to have you here, man. Appreciate you reaching out and wanting to talk about Terminus Veil, which is the comics you have out. Also going to be having a Kickstarter. It's going to be starting on the 10th. You said July 10th,
July 10th, yep.
which is outstanding. But I want to talk to you a little bit about you as a creator before we get to that. Um, what what started your love of comics, and how did you break into wanting to be able to create your own comics?
So, since I was a kid, I've always liked comics. I was, reading X-Men, all the Image stuff when it hit the scene. If like Wildcats, Grifter, um, Wetworks, all the
Oof.
just that's what I came up in. And so loved that, loved the X-Men morning cartoon, all that, man. So when I was a kid, I used to just create them kind of like myself, just drawing on paper and talking to my cousin, me and him be on the phone, just going at it. And it's what I thought I was gonna do as a career. And life changes and things happen, and find myself in a software engineer and I'm programming now, and that's been a pretty good job. But about a couple years ago, I've had this story Terminus Veil for over a decade, and I've been adding on it. But a couple of years ago, I was just like, hey, I gotta really put this book out. Like, I really need to get to action. And so, 2020 got to action, and now Terminus is out. Terminus Veil, I should say.
I kept doing the same thing. I kept saying terminus for some reason and leaving out the veil part. And I was like, no, you got to get the whole thing in there. It flows together. It works together. You got to say the whole thing.
Yeah.
For you to say, and I think it's very important for other creatives to hear who may have come into these spaces late, who have had these ideas, who have had this story in the back of their head for decades, what have you. And then to say, I got to get this out. I'm glad that you said that because I think a lot of people do go through that. They have it in their life again does go every which way except the way that you want it to at first.
Yeah.
So yeah, I definitely understand that. Now, can you tell us a bit about Terminus Veil and what's the story about and these incredible characters?
Yeah. So Terminus Veil is an action mystery comic. It's about a private security team that is transporting a new invention, and while they're transporting it, they get attacked. Guys in helicopters come down and just start spraying at them. They're trying to figure out what's going on, and that turns into a bigger conspiracy. Basically, some of the characters that are in it, the main one is Chuan. He is their leader. You see him a lot in issue 3. You see him in some issue 2. But he's kind of this, he's been running this private security firm for a decade, and he's got all these connects worldwide, and he's got all these things going on. And so he's kind of at battle with this scientist who is a big chief scientist at a corporation. And they've just been kind of stealing each other's tech, for lack of a better word. And so people are starting to get involved in, all of their challenges, all the things that's been going on with them. And that's kind of how Terminus Veil is. Yeah.
Okay. Well, you know what? Like we said, you're going to have a Kickstarter that's going to be coming out on July 10th. So, folks, we're going to show you the trailer right now. If you're listening to the audio version, obviously you're still going to hear it. So this is the trailer for the Terminus Veil Kickstarter.
Hi, I'm Jack Harris, the writer and creator of the action mystery comic book series Terminus Veil. Terminus Veil is about a private security firm named Guardians International who are thrust into an epic conspiracy involving dangerous robberies, futuristic weaponry, and gut-wrenching betrayal. I chose Kickstarter to fund our Volume 1 trade paperback. This book includes issues 1 through 4 of Terminus Veil. It also includes character biographies, background story details, and concept artwork. The Kickstarter funds will be used to print the trade paperback. It will also be used to market and advertise the book. A small portion of the funds will be used to produce concept art for the next arc of Terminus Veil. I want to thank everyone who has worked on Terminus Veil and also all those who have supported us to get to this point. I promise I'm going to work hard to make every issue better than the last. So if you like big action books like X-Men with the epic feel of anime like Ghost in the Shell, then give Terminus Veil a shot today.
All right. Did that play correctly for you, or was it a little slower?
It played correctly for me.
Okay, so then it was just me. Okay, perfect. All right, that's fine. As long as everyone else, because I've seen it about 3 times. So, so as long as it plays very well, that's great. I'm very. First off, I love those covers.
Yeah.
The covers are fun. That's one of the. I mean, obviously they say you shouldn't judge a book by its cover, but with comic books, you do because
that's part of the fun of them.
Yeah, that's what drew me to the first cover of the Terminus Veil 1. When I saw the cover, because Robert Jeffrey, it was at a show, I want to say, I can't remember what show it was. And he was holding up the cover, and I immediately go, well, first off, a white cover really shows off more because, and it was white and blue, which you don't see a lot of. You see more brighter colors, I guess, a bunch of colors, but to see the white and blue stuck out to me. And it was Robert Jeffrey, who is one of the dopest
man, he's
out
super
there.
dope.
But also, he's a genuine, incredible person, just a human being in general. So I said, let me check this out. Went tags, looked it up, clicked on the site, saw it, and I said, let me just get this on right quick. Let me just grab this up, and absolutely had a ball with it. Now on the on the Kickstarter page, because it's going to be coming up on July 10th, what you're able to do, folks, is you're actually able to go to the Kickstarter page, look up Terminus Veil. This will pop up, and you can actually hit right on the notify me on launch. It'll take your email. So when this launches on that day, you'll get an email that says, hey, Terminus Veil Volume 1 Kickstarter is live. You're ready, you're set, and you can go and you can check out the tiers that you'll have. Now, do you know what kind of tiers you're going to have and what the different rewards you'll have going on?
Yeah, we've got a digital reward, which basically is you get a digital issue 1, a digital issue 2 for $9.
Mm-hmm.
And that's our first digital reward. Our second digital reward will be the full Terminus Veil Volume 1, which is basically issue 1 through 4. We've got some concept artwork in there. We've got some character biographies in there, bonus story details, all in this digital issue, and that'll be $19. And then from there, we go up from $29 is our first, where our trade, the actual physical copy. And then from there, we just got a lot of different bundles. I won't go through the whole deal of it, but we're still working through a good bit of it. It's still all getting finalized, but yeah, man, we've got some books out here for you guys.
Well, that's definitely awesome. That's one of the things that I love about Kickstarter are the different tiers and possible add-ons. And if you don't see a tier that you like, you can actually kind of almost like create your own bundle in essence. A lot of times where you can do add-ons here and there. Like if you want to play catch up with the series, so you can read all of them, and you can do the print or the digital or mix of both. And then if there's a T-shirt, you can mix it in. But like whatever is there, I love how it's become so innovative over the last. Really, I want to say 3 years is really you've seen more of a boost in Kickstarter since the pandemic and such, more of a boosting in because most people, if you know about Kickstarter, most people know it from comic books. I mean, they have a plethora of things on there, but comic books, I believe, are really what's pushing it. So to see this up there, I'm excited for the 10th because I want to dive and wade through these tiers, see what's going on, and I want to read what's going on with these characters because I really enjoyed it. Like I said. This is always a hard question because it's like trying to pick a child. Like for anyone who has children, well, maybe some parents it's not so hard because they'll secretly go, no, I love my children equally. I'm not going to shame parents on that. I'm not going to shame you on that. What character would be your favorite character and why?
Man, yeah. It is hard because there's a couple characters that just there's a few characters that I it's a lot of characters I write that I specifically like to write, and I like them when I do it. But Dash is a character that I definitely reflect with a lot. Some of the personal elements I think are there with him, but then Body is a fun character. Bird is a fun character. I don't know, man. It's hard to pick because it's just like you get to have fun with somebody in a scene, and it's like, well, I like having Connor in a scene because I get to just say crazy jerk stuff, and that's kind of what he's always doing. So, yeah, man, it's just fun.
I think for me, it's Dash, and I think it's because when you first get into comic, you're dropped into this really awkward conversation about how Dash walked in on Sue in her underwear. And it just goes back and forth. And he's like, no, I swear I did do it on purpose. So that for some reason that hit me in a special way because it was like you're dropped right into this ridiculous conversation of awkwardness. And like a couple of pages later, you're in a firefight.
Right.
But I love the dynamic of being able to switch on a dime and how they had this conversation. And then they go right into it. It reminded me of Predator. When they're in the helicopter, now the very first Predator, the original one,
right?
When they're in the helicopter and they're having and they're all going back and forth, having their conversation, and they're putting on the camouflage paint and everything, and forgot the one guy's telling the joke, and the only one, and Billy laughs in this really big awkward way. It's just that kind of thing, and I loved it. And then, but once boots were on the ground, they switched. And they went right into that mode of the training and everything. So I really dug that scene. That's what it felt like. It felt very cinematic, like I was watching it in a movie or in a series, which I love. That is very key to me nowadays. If I don't just see it as a comic, but I see it as like moving, like an animated series. So I love that. That's a credit to the writing and to the incredible art. How did you get the team together for Terminus Veil?
Yeah, man, I kind of just really scrubbed ArtStation. Behance was another site where I just really went through and made a list and kind of, found a few artists that I felt like could really deliver on what I was, trying to do. And I think Jordan Gunnarsson was the first artist we reached out to for issue 1, and it just really went really well with him. And he was a true pro. And so like when I was going through the process, because it was my first time producing a book, he made it real easy to work with, man.
That's also because the team you have does incredible work. I absolutely loved it, issue 1, and I was like, again, after reading it, I felt so satisfied. I was like, yeah, okay, great. I felt like again, I had watched like a new series on Prime that just came out. I was like, all right, cool, bet. So again, folks, as always, I will have the link in the episode description for the Kickstarter for Terminus Veil Volume 1, which again, July 10th, it's going to be dropping live. So hit that notify, put your email in, and you're going to be set. All you got to do is just sit back and wait when it pops up on your phone, because we all carry mother boxes in our pockets now. It'll be right there. I'm also going to have the link for the website for Terminus Veil, so you can go and check out what's going on there as well. At the bottom, you can see Jack Harris's Instagram. Always underneath any guest name, and including mine, you'll see the Instagram where you can go check out, get some notifications for that, go like some of what's going on, check it out, and there'll be information there. Now, you all know as creators, I always ask this question because I'm always curious about what's going on in a creator's head, aside from their projects, them as individuals and beings, and being so hard trying to create something and put yourself out there in that way. What's one thing that you do as a self-care tip that helps to keep you centered and grounded when you're going through edits, rewrites, all this sort of stuff from creating, and you go, okay, I need to take 5 minutes to do X, Y, and Z? What is it for you?
Oh man, it's walking for me.
Okay.
Just man, like I just go out to a park, walk for a couple hours, clear my mind, try to, get that focus back. So yeah, I mean, even when I'm working at my day job, I go out and just walk around the building and just try to, give myself that time to think and get, like you said, kind of get centered. Because there's so much stuff going on in the day. You're writing emails, you're talking to people, you're doing whatever your job is. Man, like to separate a little bit is pretty good for me. And walking is, what I do.
I totally, it's there because there's so much like going on, because you like you're saying, you have everything you're doing for work, then life stuff seems to kind of seep in sometimes during the course of the day, whatever's going on. So to be able to walk, which is mentally is great because you don't have to think about it. It's just a reflex of walking, but also you're getting the air, the fresh air. Hopefully there's some sunlight going on. You're getting that, getting a little physical exercise. You're getting it. So I actually am the same way. I have a park near me that I'll go and walk. I love early morning walks when it's still chilly out.
Yeah.
Brisk air, cool. Fall and spring are my favorite times to do it. I'll get like some hot tea. I'll make some tea, some chai. I'm not going to say chai tea because I learned from Across the Spider-Verse that it's like saying TT. So thank you very much for that, writers, because I did not know that. So thank you very much. I very much appreciate that. So I'll get like some like vanilla chai or whatever tea I buy, because I'll have like five different teas, and I'll take that walk and I'll just relax and I'll get that air and I'll go, okay, I'll try to let the day go away or like in the back of my head, but then I start getting ideas for things. Oh, I could do this. I do that, do this, but you're still getting that exertion. So I definitely understand walks. That's a beautiful one. I love it. Also, another one for me is gaming at times, because I'm a video game. I'll play a game, and Grand Theft Auto 5 might not seem like the one that you would do, but sometimes I'll just, because I've beaten the game already, so I'll just go around as the character and I'll just drive around. Sometimes I'll cause some mayhem. I'll do races, what have you, but things like that I can just kind of, or Destiny 2, can just kind of blend the day away. But walking, I think, is one of the probably top things people do nowadays, which is beautiful.
Yeah, no, I'm a gamer too now, but I just have a love-hate relationship with gaming because I'm playing Madden and all that stuff. I'll get upset now.
It's sports games. I can't remember last time I played a sports game. I'm gonna be honest with you. I know I have, because I have PlayStation, and I had a PlayStation Plus. So one of the free games they had for last month was NBA 2K23. So I
Okay.
said, "Oh snap!" So I downloaded it, and I was like, "Yeah, no, I'm not gonna play it. I'm fine." If I like, I might actually, if they still have the watch mode, I might just put together teams and just put them and play and watch that, because I don't get to watch a lot of games, unfortunately, because I'm up early for work.
Okay.
So what have you? But yeah, gaming is that but sports games, I'm not, because I'll get frustrated, man. I can't miss that field goal, get that sack, especially football games. See, I'm already getting heated. Like I can feel my neck getting hot right now just talking about it.
Man, yeah, man. I still live that life, man. Like I'll get on there and play, and man, like I get upset some days, and then I just leave it alone for a few months. But I'm always back eventually. So
Yeah. Well, you know what, my version of that might be Call of Duty.
okay,
I did. Yeah. I'm just, yeah. Again, my neck getting hot thinking
yeah,
about
man.
it, because I'm not that person who like is jumping all over, knows exactly every spawn
Yeah.
point, what have you. I just like to go in there just to have fun and whatever. And people are serious; they're in there grinding,
Oh
and I'm
yeah.
like, I appreciate your effort and your skill, but can you let me get one? Can I get don't let me get a goose egg. Just can I get one, please?
Right. I hear you there, man. That's how I feel.
They be throwing just grenades. I watched a guy who threw a grenade up in there and he started running and he killed 5 people. And
Right.
I said, wait, how you even? I said, I don't even know why I'm playing. I might as well not even be here.
Hey, man, they was born in that matrix, man, and playing them.
Uh,
Hey,
and
that's what that generation is. They born into that, man. Like,
and they did not unplug. They stayed
yeah,
plugged into the mix. They was like,
yeah.
no, I'm good. No, I'm like, I'm impressed, but I'm also like, can I please just one? So I always fight. So I look for the person that's the worst on their team. I'm like, yeah, I guess I'll get that. But then I get killed by them. I'm like, all right, never mind, man. I'm gonna just go back to Destiny or Sonic Racing. I'm gonna go
I
back
hear
to Weenie Hut Jr. I'm gonna go back over here, man. My SpongeBob stuff. Cool.
you. Yeah, I had some relaxing Mario Kart, so we
Ooh.
had some family in, and so like I've been playing. Me and my wife play Mario Kart. And,
Mhm.
I'm not a big Mario Kart guy, but I play it, and my daughters play, and we have a good time. We had some family come in who like really play it. I was
Uh,
like, man, I was like, I didn't know Mario Kart was gonna get ruined like that for me. Now I got to be out here trying hard at Mario Kart because people in my family,
from what I understand, Mario Kart done
crush
broke
it.
up families, done broke up
Yeah,
relationships. Like people in court mad about Mario Kart because it's bad enough playing by yourself on Mario Kart, because it can become very competitive because certain characters. But when you playing with somebody and they know,
yeah,
it's very, yeah. But some of those games can be, they can be fun. Like those family games can be very fun, but they can also get a little heated.
yeah, man.
It's like a game of Uno. It's like you nobody wants trouble. We all want to have a good time at the cookout, but somebody bring out that deck.
Hey,
Somebody leaving crying. Somebody's leaving
mm,
crying. Um, so on the on topic of things that are relaxing and everything, obviously we both like comics.
yeah,
I think that's a fair assumption. What are 3 comics that you're really into that hit you? They could be new, old, what have you, comics, graphic novels, what have you. What are 3 that really hit you?
yeah. So I think the first one I talk about is the one that I know you like too, because and that's excellence. Um, like that's like I'm waiting on the third trade. I'm as soon as it says a trade in the third volume, I'm day one. I need it.
Yeah, yeah, man. Yeah, I'm gonna let you go with the other 2 before I hit up. Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah,
let
yeah,
you go.
yeah. But the next one that I would say for everybody to read, I just feel like everybody needs to read Far Sector. Um,
Oh,
like it cannot be like it's got to be known by everyone. That's how I feel. Like it should be
mm,
known. It's that good. Jamal Campbell on the art, it's just insanity. Um,
mm.
it's it's really good. And if you know about Far Sector, right?
Oh, yes. Oh, most
Yeah, okay,
definitely.
okay,
Most
yeah, no,
definitely, bro.
yeah. But that's one. And for the third, man, What's one that I really like? That's been Seven Secrets.
Ooh, yes. Okay, yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, yeah.
All right, man. Yeah, you went 3 for 3 with me. Yeah,
Okay.
definitely. Excellence. Y'all already know. I don't even need to discuss. I have the t-shirts. I have the hoodie. I have the mug. I have the hardcover that they made with the Kickstarter. I
Yeah.
have that. I have every issue and every cover of the first arc. I even
Like,
ordered a cover from I think a store in Michigan. I think maybe. So I have and it was my goal to get every cover for it. At first, the first run, like when I first read about it, I was like, first off, it had Brandon Thomas. I said, bet, yeah, you already got
yeah.
me with that. Then Kari Randolph, oh hell yeah.
Yeah.
And Duran Bennett and Emilio Lopez. I said, this is a heavy hitter team, most definitely. And then they said Wizards, and I was like, I'm not a big Wizard guy. Like and
Yeah,
then
I
I
feel you.
read it, and I was like, wait, hold on, wait. You didn't. When they say Wizards, I thought it was going to be like Gandalf, you shall not pass, like that type of thing.
Right.
But the story is so much deeper, where it's about a relationship between a parent and a child, and
Hmm.
how the parent is doing something that the child might not understand, but when they get to a certain point, they go, "Oh, that's why you did this, this, and this." And it's every time I read it, I think I've read it 3 times. There's always another layer to it.
Yeah.
And at
Yeah.
the end of at the end of the first excuse me the first arc, it's almost like a heist because they're to tell you this is what we did, but this is what we said, and they're going back in flashbacks. And I was like, wait, so, and it still blows my mind because Brandon Thomas is one of my favorite writers. If he's on something, I automatically go, okay, that's on my list.
I
So
feel you
yeah,
there.
Excellence is in my top 5 of all comics, regardless of genre. That's up there.
Yeah, I
Might be
seen you
tied
had
with Invincible.
I seen you had the shirt on your Instagram of Excellence, and I was like, damn, Excellence has a shirt. I didn't even think about it, and so I ordered it that day. Like,
They have there's a new one that came out a couple of months ago where it's Excellence, but it's in the glyphs on the front. It says
okay,
Excellence. But there's another one that was a collector's shirt a couple years ago, and then they stopped selling it, but they started selling it again now. It's a a mashup of Excellence and Bitter Root.
okay,
So for a while, I would wear that shirt, but I would be so careful with it because I was like, I can't get another one. But now it's back on there. It's beautiful. It's Kari's art,
yeah,
and damn, the artist on Bitter Root, Sanford Green.
Sanford Green, yeah,
It's a beautiful thing. Yeah, and they have a mug on there. I bought that mug like the next week. I was like that because I'm a big tea guy, so it made sense to me. So yeah, that's one of my top ones. A Far Sector was something I was not expecting at all. I just knew it was about a Green Lantern out in a far sector of space. I was like, okay, cool. To make it a police procedural out in
yeah,
space,
yeah,
but then to add in almost like a social media element where they deal in memes or almost like currency.
yeah. The
And
AI alien guys,
yes,
yeah,
I
yeah,
was like, wait, and N.K. Jemisin,
yeah.
who I think that was her first comic.
I believe so too. Yeah,
So for her to be a novelist, and she's always had a claim for novels, so I think that's her first comic, and blew it
yeah,
out the park with a character like Joe, and it was so yes. And then for Joe to show up in the actual Green Lantern universe, because at first it was a Black Label, but then Black Label got turned into Young Animals, I believe,
yeah.
imprint for DC, and it's one of the best things out there. If you have not read it, I've talked. I wish there was a damn T-shirt for this because I wear the hell out of it. She's probably my favorite Green Lantern. Her and Stewart are my favorite Green Lanterns.
It's such a well done job of like defining her character
Yes.
in that story. And so now when she gets added to the universe, she has an awesome backstory like that anybody could go see. You know what I mean? Like our experience. So that's what I love about the book.
Yeah.
It's dope, man.
And it has almost like this sci-fi noir, almost dare I say it,
Yeah.
Blade Runner-esque, where it's a study of the character and what they're doing and them trying to figure it out. Like I could see the two of them next to each other, Blade Runner and Far Sector, in their similarities as far as that, like someone trying to figure out what's going on in this, but also navigating the society and the world there, and how it might look a certain way, but it's kind of seedy underbelly, that whole thing with that is
Right.
just damn, yeah, man, damn, Far Sector. Like I'm always thinking about it, but then when you said it, it just lit up more of a fire in my head to think about it because it's just so good. Seven Secrets, I haven't finished. I've got, I think, maybe one more arc, so I'm probably just going to reread the whole thing.
Yeah.
Not what I expected at all. Boom is one of those companies that you don't think about sometimes, but they're constantly putting out stellar work. Constantly. They're underrated because you think more of, if you think of outside of Marvel and DC, you think of Image, Dark Horse, but Boom is up there, and they've just been getting up there more and more and more. Outside, and I mean, but people know them a lot more now for the Power Ranger stuff, which I hear is excellent.
Yeah.
But yeah, Seven Secrets is awesome. Yeah, that would be a killer animated series, I think.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah, dude. I think, damn, yeah, you got me. Oh man.
It's
Sometimes
got
I don't
that. It's got that Kingsman type of vibe to it, but it's also like real sci-fi-ish. It's like it's a crazy one to me.
And to have them be like teams, you have the two. Yeah. See, this is sometimes why
Two
I don't like talking
placeholder,
to creatives, because I'll have something already in my head. I'm like, okay, I got to read this, and y'all will say, well, this book, and I'm like, yeah, I got that book, and I'm like, damn, yeah, that was good, wasn't it? Now I want to go back and reread it because someone else talking about an aspect I may not have thought about in that book. And I go, oh, I didn't even notice that. Then I'll go back and reread it. I go, oh, wow, then it adds another layer. So sometimes I love talking to y'all, but sometimes I hate talking to y'all at the same damn time. But I appreciate y'all. So thank you. Thank you very much. I do appreciate that. Those are three incredible, stellar picks. You definitely. And I mean, it's summertime. I have a summer reading list that I have going on right now that I'm struggling with just because of life. But those are three that I think I want to reread, because Excellence is like a comfort comic at this point. Far Sector is just diabolically wonderful. And Seven Secrets I need to finish, so I'll just start from the beginning and just enjoy all that all over again and just dive back in. Thank you for those choices. Those are awesome ones. Now, this is usually the hardest question of anything that I ask, because it's one of this is the type of question that can ruin friendships, broke up relationships, make you not want to deal with nobody. But I'm the guy that's going to ask these tough questions. These are tough questions I got to have. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so restaurant that you pick. Folks, y'all already knew where I was going with that question. I don't know why I give that dumb setup anyway. Y'all already know it's entitled Hungry Bleak. Hungry is right there. I'm always interested in restaurants, in where people are going, in their area, hole-in-the-wall places that you might not think about, but the food is great. You have a dish there. What is your restaurant pick?
All right, so there's this place in Atlanta called Desta, and it's an Ethiopian restaurant, and they do tibs there, and you can get good golden tibs, lamb tibs, any of that. There's like 3 of them in Atlanta, but the original one off Claremont, if y'all who are in Atlanta know about it, then yeah, like it's the go there. Like it's awesome food. Just
Okay.
hands down. And the service, the experience is gonna be it's dope, man.
And it's Desta. That's Desta.
Yep.
Okay, awesome. And your favorite thing to eat there are the tips?
Tibs, yep, golden tibs.
Okay. I think hopefully next year, crossing my fingers, everything is going well in my life at that time. I do want to venture out. And I've been told to go to Atlanta numerous times. I've been told to go down there for cons.
Yeah,
because I believe Atlanta has what's the con that's in Atlanta?
We got MomoCon, we got Dragon
Momo and Dragon Con. Dragon Con's the one I hear the most though.
Yeah,
that's
Dragon
the one
Con's
that
huge.
I think that's like the closest one to a New York Comic Con, which is the one that's in my area. So yeah, Dragon Con. So yeah, I might, you know what, next year, hopefully I'll go to Dragon Con, and then I want to try Desta, because you already had me on the tips. and you said lamb. I haven't had lamb in a long time, like probably since I was a kid, maybe.
Okay. Yeah.
So I mean, I constantly see it on Food Network because I watch a lot of Food Network. It's great to have as a background the thing, but then I hear like a certain food and I got to turn my head because I want to see what they're cooking and what sauces they're using. So you definitely had that Desta. So folks, look, y'all already know I'm going to have the links in the episode description for the Kickstarter for Terminus Veil Volume 1, which drops on July 10th. I will have the website link for Terminus Veil so you can check out everything that's going on. I will also include the Terminus Veil IG so you can see what's going on around it there. Also get updates on things that's going on. But then I'm going to have the link for, you already know, I'm going to have the link for Desta in Atlanta. And you said the one that's good is on, what's the one?
Claremont. Well, all of them are good, but the one on Claremont is real good.
And you said because that's the original one, right?
That's the original, yeah.
Okay, and you know what? That should be easy to remember. Claremont, X-Men, it all ties together, folks. It all ties together. There's a link. There's a reason, folks. There's a reason. So on that note, Jack, do you have any final words for the folks?
Oh no, I'm just July 10th, the Kickstarter launch. Terminus Veil, Volume 1. Like it's coming. It's here. I'm just happy to be at this point where we can put out a full kind of arc to the story, so everybody can get that real good. They won't be hungry. They'll have something to read. They'll have a good bit to read. So
that's what like. Now, after this, do you have plans of doing another arc or more arcs?
Yes. We are going to take it at least to issue 10. We know. So we're going all that far out. But we want to go much further, well into the 30s, 40s, 50s. So that's where we would like to be.
All right now. All right.
Yeah. So but we're just taking it a book at a time. We've got works for issue 5 in the works now, the pre-production around that. So we're not stopping anytime soon.
I love the sound of that. I love anticipating more. I love that you've got the notion to say, yeah, I want to go this far so we can get more stories of what's going on. We'll be introduced to new characters that will be coming along the way. Old characters, we'll get a whole bunch of great story. I'm telling you, if you enjoy like comics, like the ones you would talk about, even too, like the Wildstorm stuff.
Right.
You talking like you said, Wet Work, Wildcats, Team 7.
Team 7, yeah. Death Blow. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, see this, yeah, man. That Jim Lee Diabolical. Well, that whole Wildstorm, that whole tangent of guys who were like, you know what, we're gonna go and do our own thing. We'll see y'all later. Having that. If you enjoyed Citadel on Prime, if you enjoyed Extraction, this is that type of feel. Extraction and Extraction 2 on Netflix, that type of feel of that story and that action, especially Citadel. Definitely go and check out Terminus Veil. Hit that first issue. Tell me that you don't like that. Tell me if you read that first issue and you tell me that you don't like it, I know you lying. Because I know that you enjoyed the hell out of it. If you enjoy those type of programming, you're definitely going to enjoy this comic. Guarantee it. All right. So, folks, on that note, this has been Jack Harris of Terminus Veil. July 10th is dropping. Link is in the episode description. Jack, thank you so very much, man. I truly appreciate it.
Thank you, Antonio. Thank you, man.
The comic was on. Now I got to go reread that, and I might have to go through all 12 issues of Far Sector. Oh man, it's such an arduous. Oh no, I gotta reread some really cool work. Damn you, Jack. Damn you,
man. Hey, I'll probably be reading it again myself in the next month or so, man.
Bro, it's definitely. Yeah, like I'm thinking about it too much now. Damn, Jack, thank you so very much. I appreciate you, folks. Enjoy your summer. Stay cool out there. Drink water, stay hydrated. It's gonna be hot. Y'all can you can always tell how hot it is by how shiny or what type of reflection you can see in my forehead. That's pretty much how you can tell how hot it is. So if you can see yourself in my forehead and be able to shave perfectly, just stay inside. Just drink a whole bunch of water. All right, y'all have a good one. Enjoy yourselves. Mind your own business, because that actually will help you cool down. Don't be in everybody else's business. And drink that water. And remember, as always, do the best you can with what you got, because in the end, that is all that you're going to get. Y'all have a good one. Thank you. Peace. Enjoy.